Hello, and welcome to Simply Explained Podcast, where we explain some words in a simple and funny way. I'm Lisa, and this is my co-host Eric.
Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. Today, we have 5 words to explain. Fabulous, to run away, adorable, awesome, and to be starving.
That's right, Eric. Let's start with the first word, fabulous.
Fabulous?
Yep, fabulous.
Fabulous?
What does it mean to be fabulous?
Well, Lisa, to be fabulous means to be very good, wonderful, or extraordinary. For example, you can be fabulous when you wear a beautiful dress, or when you have a great talent, or when you are very kind.
That's a nice explanation, Eric. Can you give us a short example dialogue of using the word fabulous?
Sure, Lisa. How about this?
Hi, Bob. You look fabulous today.
Thank you, Alice. You look fabulous, too.
Thank you, Bob. Do you want to go out with me?
Sure, Alice. That would be fabulous.
That's a sweet dialogue, Eric. Do you think Alice and Bob are fabulous?
Yes, Lisa, I do. I think they are fabulous for each other.
Me too, Eric. Me too. By the way, Eric, you look fabulous today, too.
Thank you, Lisa. You're very kind. You look fabulous as well.
Thank you, Eric. You're very sweet. Let's move on to the next word, to run away. What does it mean to run away?
To run away.
To run away.
To run away. Well, Lisa, to run away means to escape from a place, a situation, or to leave someone or something behind. For example, you can run away from home if you are unhappy, or you can run away from a bear if it is chasing you, or you can run away from your problems if you don't want to face them.
That's a clear explanation, Eric. Can you give us a short example dialogue of using the phrase to run away?
Sure, Lisa. How about this?
Hi, Dave. Where are you going?
I'm running away, Charlie.
Running away? From what?
From everything, Charlie. From my job, from my family, from my life.
Dave, don't do that. You can't run away from your troubles. You have to deal with them.
I can't, Charlie. I can't. It's too hard.
That's a sad dialogue, Eric. Do you think Dave should run away?
No, Lisa, I don't. I think he should stay and face his challenges.
Me too, Eric. Me too. I hope he changes his mind. Have you ever run away from something, Eric?
Well, Lisa, I have to admit, I once ran away from a spider.
A spider? Really?
Yes, Lisa. I'm afraid of spiders. They scare me.
Oh, Eric. That's okay. Everyone has their fears. I'm afraid of snakes.
Snakes? Really, Lisa?
Yes, Eric. I hate snakes. They creep me out.
Oh, Lisa, that's understandable. Snakes can be dangerous.
Yes, they can. But you know what, Eric? We shouldn't let our fears stop us from living our lives.
You're right, Lisa. We should face our fears and overcome them.
Yes, we should. Maybe one day. We can go to a zoo and see some spiders and snakes.
Yeah, good idea. Why not?
Okay, let's move on to the next word. Adorable.
Adorable.
Adorable. What does it mean to be adorable?
Well, to be adorable means to be very cute, charming, or lovable. For example, you can be adorable when you smile, or when you hug someone, or when you do something nice.
That's a lovely explanation, Eric. Can you give us a short example dialogue of using the word adorable?
Sure, Lisa. How about this?
Hi, Frank. This is my dog, Ginger. Isn't she adorable?
Hi, Mark. Yes, she is adorable. She has such a cute face and a fluffy tail.
Thank you, Frank. She likes you too. She's wagging her tail.
Oh, that's adorable. Can I pet her?
Of course, Frank. She loves to be petted.
That's a cute dialogue, Eric. Do you think Ginger is adorable?
Yes, Lisa, I do. I think she is adorable.
Me too, Eric. I love dogs. Do you have a dog, Eric?
No, Lisa, I don't. I wish I did.
Why don't you get one, Eric?
Well, Lisa, I live in a small apartment. and I don't have much time to take care of a dog.
Oh, I see, Eric. That's too bad.
Yeah, it is. Maybe one day I'll get a bigger place and a dog.
I hope so. Dogs are great companions.
They are, Lisa. They are. Let's move on to the next word. Awesome. Awesome. What does it mean to be awesome?
Well, Eric, to be awesome means to be very impressive, amazing, or admirable. For example, you can be awesome when you do something extraordinary, or when you have a great skill, or when you are very generous. Awesome.
That's a wonderful explanation, Lisa. Can you give us a short example dialogue of using the word awesome?
Sure, Eric. How about this?
Hi, Harry. You're awesome.
Hi, Grace. Thank you. Why do you say that?
Because you just saved my life.
I did? How did I do that?
You pushed me out of the way of that speeding car. You risked your own life for me.
Oh, that. It was nothing. I just did what anyone would do.
That's a heroic dialogue, Eric. Do you think Harry is awesome?
Yes, Lisa, I do. I think he is awesome.
He's also very brave. Have you ever done something awesome, Eric?
Well, I don't like to brag, but I once won a Bampi jumping contest.
A Bampi jumping... That's awesome, Eric.
Thank you, Lisa. It was quite a challenge.
I bet it was, Eric. Bampi jumping is very hard and scary.
It is, Lisa. But I practiced a lot, and then I did it.
That's awesome, Eric. You must have a great memory.
Yes, I do. I can remember a lot of things.
Like what, Eric?
Like your birthday, Lisa.
Really? You know my birthday?
Of course. It's June 15th.
Wow, Eric, you're right. That's awesome. How did you know that?
I saw it on your Facebook profile.
Oh, Eric, that's cheating.
No, Lisa, that's being smart.
Oh, Eric, you're funny. You're awesome.
Thank you, Lisa. You're awesome too.
Thank you, Eric. You're very sweet. Let's move on to the last word, to be starving. What does it mean, to be starving?
Well, Lisa, to be starving means to be very hungry or to suffer from a lack of food. For example, you can be starving when you skip a meal, or when you work out a lot, or when you live in poverty.
That's a useful explanation. Can you give us a short example dialogue of using the phrase to be starving?
Sure, how about this?
Hi, Jack. Are you hungry?
Hi, Irene. Yes, I am hungry. I'm starving.
Me too. I haven't eaten anything all day.
Neither have I, Irene. What do you want to eat?
Anything, Jack? Anything? I don't care what it is, as long as it's edible.
Me too, Irene. Let's go find some food.
Eric, do you think Irene and Jack are starving? The conversation seems intense.
Yes, absolutely. I think they are starving.
Me too. Are you hungry, Eric?
Yes, Lisa, I am. I'm starving too.
Hey, Eric, how about we go grab some food together?
Yes, it is a great idea. What do you want to eat?
How about pizza? Do you like pizza?
I love pizza. Pizza is awesome.
So let's go after our podcast.
Yep. Well, that's it for today's podcast. We talked about some great words like fabulous, to run away, adorable, awesome, and to be starving.
Yes, and it's been a lot of fun. Learning about these words shows us how language can be so colorful and expressive.
Exactly, Lisa. And speaking of to be starving, I think, it's time we followed our own advice and found something awesome to eat.
Couldn't agree more, Eric. Thanks to everyone for listening. Remember, whether it's food or words, there's always something new to discover.
So, let's go find that pizza. Until next time, keep exploring and stay fabulous.
Bye, everyone. Enjoy your own fabulous discoveries. The podcast where we make learning English simple and fun. I am Lisa.
And I am Eric. In each episode, we explain 5 English words and phrases in a way that's easy to understand, even if you're just starting out.
So let's get started and make English simple together. Okay. Could you tell us today's phrase, Eric?
Sure, Lisa. The first word today is I'm just saying. Then we will continue with it's up to somebody and I've had enough. Then on someone own. And the final one is don't sweat it.
All of them are common phrases that are used in spoken English.
Yes, Lisa, you might hear them very commonly.
So let's start with the first phrase, Eric.
The first word is, I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying is a phrase used to express an opinion or make a soft comment because you don't want to be critical and not offend the person.
It's a way to make your statement or suggestion softer, like emphasizing that you are not criticizing. You are just giving feedback or a suggestion.
Yes, Lisa. Here's an example. I know you love that shirt, but it might be a bit too casual for the wedding. I'm just saying. It means that the shirt is serious for the wedding, just a suggestion, but I don't mean to be rude.
Good. Now my example. Maybe you should call her, I'm just saying. It means that I think you should call her, but it's just a suggestion.
Great. Now, let's hear a sample dialogue using I'm just saying.
What do you think about my presentation, Mary?
Well, it was a bit long. I'm just saying, maybe next time you can make it shorter.
You might be right. Anything else?
Also, you talked very fast. I'm just saying, slowing down could help people understand better.
In the dialogue, Mary uses I'm just saying to give John some feedback about his presentation. She uses it to make her comments softer.
Yes, and when she says, I'm just saying maybe next time you can make it shorter, she gives a suggestion without being too direct or rude.
Exactly. Do you use I'm just saying sometimes, Lisa?
Yes, I do. For example, if I think a friend is making a mistake, but I don't want to be very direct, I might say, I'm just saying, maybe you should think about it more.
That's a great example of using the phrase to offer advice without being critical.
Exactly. I wanted to suggest a possible solution, but also make it clear that it was just my opinion. How about you, Eric? Do you use I'm just saying?
I use it too. Sometimes at work, when I want to give advice but not be too forceful, I say, I'm just saying this alternative is better.
It is a good way to use the phrase in that way. You offer your opinion, but you also respect others' opinions.
I agree, it can make your opinions and comments softer and more polite.
Okay, Eric, let's move on to the next word.
The next word is, it's up to somebody.
It's up to somebody.
It's up to somebody.
It's up to somebody means that the person can decide or choose what to do. For example, if you say, it's up to you, it means you can make the decision or do whatever you want.
Yes, and if we use a verb after the phrase, we put to after up. It's like, it's up to you to go on or not. Now let's look at some example sentences.
I'll start. Here is the first example. It's up to you. You can choose the restaurant. I am fine with all. It means that you can decide which restaurant we go to.
Good. Now the second example. It's up to him to finish the project. It means that he has the responsibility to finish the project.
Great examples. Now let's hear a sample dialogue using it's up to somebody.
I don't know what to do this weekend.
Well, it's up to you. You can stay home or go out.
What about the movie night? Should we invite James?
It's up to you. If you think he would like it, then invite him.
In the dialogue, Sarah and Tom are talking about what to do for the weekend. Tom tells Sarah that she can make the decision. He says, it's up to you.
Yes, and when Sarah asks about inviting James, Tom says, it's up to you again. This means Sarah can choose if she wants to invite James or not.
Exactly, Lisa. Do you sometimes say, it's up to you in your daily life?
Yes, I do. For example, when my friends and I decide where to eat, I often say, it's up to you, if I don't have a specific preference. What about you, Eric?
I use it too. At work, when my team needs to choose a project to start, I sometimes say, it's up to the team to let them decide.
That's a good way to give people the option to choose. Do you think it's important to let others make decisions?
Yes, I do. It shows trust and respect. Also, it can make people feel more involved and responsible.
I agree. Letting others decide can be very positive. It's a simple way to show that you think their opinion is also important.
Exactly. So remember, it's up to somebody is a useful phrase for letting others make a decision. It's helpful in many situations, whether with friends, family, or at work.
Yes, and it's also very easy to use. It's up to you. That's it.
Yes, that's it, Lisa. Okay, let's continue with the next word. The next word is, I've had enough.
I've had enough.
I've had enough. This phrase is used when someone is frustrated or tired of a situation or something and doesn't want to continue with it. It's like saying, I don't want any more of this.
That's a strong expression, isn't it?
Yes, it is, Lisa. Let me give you an example. I've had enough of this noise. I'm going to find a quieter place to work. It means that the person is annoyed by the noise and wants to leave.
And another example, she said, I've had enough of your lies, I am leaving. This means that she could not tolerate his lies anymore and decided to leave.
Now, let's listen to an example dialogue about the phrase.
I've been on this diet for a month now, and I've had enough. I miss chocolate too much. I'm going to give it up.
I know it's hard, but think about the results. You've said you've had enough before and gave up. Then you were very sad because you gave up. It's not the right decision to say, I've had enough and give up now.
Yes, maybe. You're right.
That dialogue shows how I've had enough can be used in different contexts. Eric, have you ever felt like saying, I've had enough?
Yes. When I was learning to play the guitar, I sometimes felt like saying, I've had enough, because it was so challenging. What about you, Lisa?
I've felt that way when I'm stuck in traffic. Sometimes I think, I've had enough of this traffic. I should start taking the train.
It's a phrase that really expresses our limits. Listeners, remember that you can say, I've had enough, when you need a break or a change.
Okay, I think our listeners understood this explanation. So what is the next word, Eric?
The next word is on someone's own.
On someone's own.
On someone's own. On someone's own means doing something alone, without help from other people. It's a way of saying you are doing it alone.
When you do something, if nobody helps you, you can say, on my own.
Exactly, Lisa. Let's give some examples so that our listeners understand better. I'll start. She finished the project on her own. It means that she completed the project by herself without any help.
Now the second example. She decided to start her own business on her own. It means that she made the decision and started the business without assistance.
Great. Now let's hear a sample dialogue using on someone's own.
Did you hear that? Mark built his new computer on his own.
Wow, really? That's impressive. I didn't know he could do it on his own.
Yes, he spent all weekend working on it, and now it's done.
I wish I could do something like that on my own.
In the dialogue, Emma and Sophie discuss how Mark built his computer by himself. They use on his own to show that he did it without anybody's help.
Yes, when Emma says Mark built his new computer on his own, it means he didn't have any help.
Now, let's talk about the phrase a bit more. Lisa, have you done anything on your own recently?
Yes, I have. I recently learned how to bake bread on my own. It was fun and a bit challenging. What about you, Eric?
I painted my living room on my own last month. It took a lot of time, but I felt very proud afterward.
It's a great example. Do you think doing things on your own is important?
I think it depends. Sometimes it might be difficult to do something on your own. You might need someone to help you. But on the other hand, it helps us learn and become more independent. It can also be very satisfying to complete something on your own.
I agree. In some cases, doing things on your own can be a great way to challenge yourself and grow.
Exactly. So remember, listeners, on someone's own is a useful phrase to show that you are doing something without help from others.
That's right. We hope our listeners found this explanation helpful. Now let's move on to our last word, Eric.
The last word is don't sweat it.
Don't sweat it.
Don't sweat it. Don't sweat it means don't worry about it or don't be stressed about it. It's a way to tell someone to relax and not to be anxious.
That's a very comforting phrase. Can you give us an example sentence, Eric?
Sure. If someone apologizes for being a few minutes late, you might say, "Don't sweat it. You're here now."
It means that being late is not a big issue. Now, the second example. Don't sweat it. Everything will be fine. It means that the person shouldn't worry because everything will be okay.
Great example, Lisa. Now, let's make a sample dialogue. Imagine two team members, Kevin and Anna, working on a project.
I'm sorry. I didn't finish my part of the report on time.
Don't sweat it, Kevin. We still have time before the deadline.
Thanks, Anna. I'll make sure it's done by tomorrow.
No worries. I know you'll do a great job. Don't sweat it.
That dialogue shows how "don't sweat it" can be used in a supportive way. Eric, have you ever had to tell someone, "Don't sweat it"?
Yes. When a friend of mine was stressed about hosting a party, I told her, "Don't sweat it. Everyone will have a good time." How about you, Lisa?
I used it when my sister was worried about a test. I said, "Don't sweat it. You've studied hard and you'll do fine." Eric, do you think it's important to use phrases like "don't sweat it" in conversations?
Yes, I think it is. It helps to reassure people and make them feel better. It's a kind way to tell someone to relax.
I agree. Using phrases like "don't sweat it" can help calm others and show that we care about their feelings.
Exactly. Remember, "don't sweat it" is a useful phrase for telling someone not to worry or stress about something.
So we have reached the end of our podcast. We hope you found it helpful and fun.
Remember to practice using the words and phrases we talked about, and don't be afraid to make mistakes.
Thanks for listening. Join us next time for more simple explanations of English words and phrases.
Until then, keep practicing and keep learning. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.